Okay, so we have a worded problem which says that there is a rectangle which has a length of x plus 3 and a width of x plus y. Let's write it out. X plus 3 is the length and x plus 3 is the length, and x plus 5 is the width and x plus 5 is the width, in which case it's the dimension other than the length, which is the height in this case. We are supposed to calculate the expression for the perimeter and the area, right? Solution. So how do we find out the solution? So how do we define the perimeter? Perimeter is nothing but the sum of all the sides, isn't it? Sum of the length of all the sides. So if I would name it as A, B, C and E, so what is your perimeter? Perimeter is AB plus BC plus CD plus DA, right? Notice that AB and DC are the same and BC and DA are the same because it's a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal in length. So I can write that it is just 2AB plus 2BC. Okay, so with this out of the way, you can also calculate the area. What is the formula for the area? It is the product of the sides of two adjacent sides of the rectangle. So the first adjacent side, I can take it as AB multiplied with the second adjacent side is BC. So that is AB and that is BC. I multiply them, you get the area, right? So that is AB times BC. Big deal. So what is the perimeter now? Perimeter is basically, what is AB for us? AB is x, oops, we have got to write 2. So we have 2, and AB is x plus 3 plus 2 times BC. BC is quite simply x plus 5, which is 2x plus 6, and you have plus 2x plus 10, which is going to simplify into 2x is common here, so that's going to become 4x, and 6 and 10 can be grouped and make it 16. So your perimeter is 2 times 2x plus 8, or to avoid all the things, you can just write it as 4x plus 16. So your perimeter is 4x plus 16. So that's your solution for the perimeter. Now let's look at the area. Now area is just the product of two adjacent sides, which is x plus 3 times x plus 5, which is I'll still to some extent I will keep writing this as a product of individual terms, but later on I'm going to start avoiding them. Okay, probably this is the last video and then I'm going to do it, right? X times x plus 5 and plus 3 times x plus 5, so that's gonna be x squared plus 5x, x squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15. So these two are common, so that's going to be x squared plus 8x plus 15. Very good. So your area is x squared plus 8x plus 15. So that's your answer for this, and we will go forward and have a look at the next problem, right? So the next problem is also a water problem. All right, length and height of a rectangle are x plus 3 and x minus 3. So let's write x minus x plus 3 for the length, x plus 3 for the length, and x minus 3 for the height, and x minus 3 for the height. I can name this as A, B, C, and D for simplicity. And what are we supposed to calculate? Find the perimeter, area, and length of the diagonal. Okay, area and perimeter are quite straightforward. Now, what is the diagonal? So that's the diagonal here for us. And you know, by the property of triangles and the property of rectangle, that this is a 90 degrees, isn't it? So therefore, we have ourselves a right angle triangle. So where is the right angle triangle? So we have the right angle triangle. BCD is a right angled triangle. Therefore you can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So if you do not know what is the Pythagoras theorem yet, so you gotta learn it in geometry when your teacher teaches you in school, or you can always look up in Google, or I'm going to be explaining in this video itself anyway. Okay, so right, Pythagoras, let me write it properly at least. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, there are other names for this theorem as well, because many people have invented the same theorem even before Pythagoras theorem, but for the purposes of maintaining synchrony with what you are studying in the school and textbooks, we will retain the name as Pythagoras theorem, right? Okay, so now what we are going to do is solution. We will start off with the solution procedure now. Solution, and first thing that I'm going to do is the perimeter. Perimeter is 2 times AB plus 2 times BC. The better terminology for that would be is the 2 times the length plus 2 times the height, so which is nothing but 2 times L plus H, isn't it? So 2 times x plus 3 plus x minus 3, minus 3 and plus 3 goes away, so x and x gives you 2x, that is an addition, so 2 times 2x gives you 4x, so 4x is the perimeter. Now calculate the area. Area is L times H, which is x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 3. A plus b times a minus b is a squared minus b squared. So x plus 3 times x minus 3 should be x squared minus 3 squared, which is x minus 9, x squared minus 9. So that's equals to x squared minus 3 squared, which is x squared minus 9. So that's your expression for the area. Now let's find out the length of the diagonal. Now the diagonal length, diagonal length in from the diagram is nothing but the length of the line BD, because that's your diagonal, isn't it? Diagonal, right? What Pythagoras theorem says is that the diagonal is nothing but square root. Okay, what Pythagoras theorem actually says is the square of the diagonal, the square of the diagonal is equal to the sum of the squares of the adjacent sides. So if that's the triangle that I'm trying to look at, let's make that is the triangle that I am dealing with right now. So that's the triangle that I'm working with right now. So in which case, if the oops, maybe I should have made it a bit more proper. There we go. That's not correct as well. So that line seems good. So that line seems good, and this line seems good as well, right? So we don't want the extra red line over there. Okay, very nice. So what we are going to do now is we are going to look at maybe let's okay, this line dB, when I square that line, is equal to the square of this line added to the square of this line, right? So that is the square of, what is this line? DC, isn't it? So DC squared plus the square of this guy plus BC squared. Okay, right, very nice. So what does it mean for BD? So BD, so this means BD is nothing but square root of DC squared plus BC squared. As simple as that. So that's your diagonal length. So diagonal length BD is square root of what is DC for us? It is x plus 3 whole squared. And what is BC for us? And BC for us seems to be x minus 3 whole squared. Very good. And simplifying this forward, what we are going to get is square root of x plus 3 whole squared is going to be x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus x squared minus 6x plus 9, and these guys cancel off because one is plus and another one is negative. So you have square root of 2 times x squared plus 9. So the equation for the diagonal length is diagonal length is square root of 2 times x squared plus 9. So that's your answer. So we will go forward with the next problem in the next video. Okay.